time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Your music.
I thank God for the opportunity to make music and for that music to be on a platform for people to come out and love.
Your stories.
It's gold for the Philippines.
The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers.
We bring you the latest and greatest impacting people from our community.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix.
It's just a true honor to be able to do this, especially with all the great Filipino talent here.
Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
Step back three. He has got that.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Sam with 2M's and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. Happy Wednesday to everybody who's tuning in live here on our social media platforms. Thank you so much for taking time out of your morning and joining us here today. I'm so excited to be here with all of you because we're going to be joined by a very special guest. He is a super talented singer-songwriter who I actually got to interview maybe a couple of months ago, and we were just talking about how hopefully he will be able to visit the Philippines in the future. But guess what, you guys? Plot twist, he's actually in the Philippines right now, and I'm really excited to talk to him about what he's been doing recently, how he's been, and all of the exciting things he's been experiencing. So everybody, please welcome back to MYXclusive. Hey! Woo! Yeah! Hello, Hade, are you there? Oh no, I think, there we go.
Hi, I'm here. Hello.
There you go. Hi, Hade, welcome. Good morning.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. Calling from the Philippines, you guys. How crazy is that? Like I mentioned a while ago, we were just talking about how hopefully you get to visit one day, and now you're here. So how has it been so far? I know you just arrived, but how has it been so far?
It's been amazing. I feel so loved by everyone here. We flew in yesterday morning. Yesterday morning from Thailand. It's very humid here. I noticed that it's very hot. And the traffic is very bad, but the food has been amazing. It's been so nice. We have the acoustic show tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. So I'm so happy.
Yeah, we're also very happy that you're here. And yes, that's exactly the three things to describe the Philippines. It's hot, traffic, but the food is great. So we're very excited that you're here. And it's just so crazy because I saw your Instagram story from yesterday. And I love that you tagged Zach right away. You tagged Zach the Budlo, like, where are you? I love this bro, relationship. I did see that you guys were together in Singapore too. So that was really cool. What was that like, meeting Zach and hanging out with him there?
That was so much fun. I love Zach. So when I was in Singapore probably 2 weeks ago, that's my first time ever in Asia. And so we were performing at a showcase, Music is Universal Showcase. So it was Zach Tabudlo, myself, Violette Wotier, Lullaboy, and Young Blood from the UK. So there's 5 of us. And it was so much fun. Everyone was so nice, especially Zach. Like, we really hit it off at the beginning too. And then it was just really exciting because I told him, like, dude, in 2 weeks, like, I'll be in the Philippines. Like, we have to hang out and make music and all this stuff. So I was texting him this morning. So yeah, we're gonna spend some time together. I know he's very busy, but we're gonna spend some time together while I'm here. So.
Yay! I'm so excited for you guys. I mean, I love that you were like, let's hang out and make some music. I mean, that gets us very excited. I mean, to see you guys collab in the future, that would be so awesome. And we're gonna pray and manifest, which I think my manifesting powers do work. Because I mean, you're here now in the Philippines, so we have yet to see. Yeah, exactly. We have yet to see it. But you did say that Singapore a couple of weeks ago was your first time in Asia. So you've been doing a Southeast Asian tour. You've been to Thailand too. Also Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken. So how has it been? All of these new places for you, taking it all in, and also being able to perform in front of people too from like the other side of the world where you're from.
I'm truly having the most fun time of my life. We started in Singapore, then we went to Vietnam, Thailand, and now we're in the Philippines, obviously. It's just so fulfilling. I mean, it's really hard to put into words. Like I wrote songs in my bedroom, and people here know them, and I'm on the other side of the world. Like it's really hard to wrap my mind around that. But I'm just really grateful. I really am having the most fun time. Like I said, it's my first time in Asia, and I've just loved it here. The culture, I've loved every country that we've been in, and the people that I've met, and the fans. And performing has been really cool. We've been doing since it's my first time here, it's more of an introduction. So we've been doing, some smaller kind of like register invite only shows. But the good news is we're planning to come back very soon to properly do some bigger shows so that anyone who missed it can actually see me perform. But it's been great. Everyone sings along. Head in the Clouds, whenever I play that song, everyone seems to really like that song here, which is really so I'm so happy. I love Asia.
Yeah, it's so exciting. I mean, I was like I said a while ago, I was watching back our interview and you said hopefully around November. That's when you said, but it was like a month early that you actually came to Southeast Asia. So, see you guys, a lot can happen when you manifest these things. And now Hate is here with all of us. And it's such an exciting time for you. Like you said, being able to share your music with so many people and being able to experience new things, travel and see the world. And also, you recently came out with a new single, Lost. So, congratulations on that
Yes,
too. Very
thank
excited,
you.
very busy time, you guys, for Hate. So, can you tell us more about this release and like what it was about and what inspired it?
Of course, I love this question, so thank you for asking it. Just because the song is very personal. So, to
Mm-hmm.
preface, I'm 21. The first 20 years of my life, I lived in a state called Michigan in America, in the Midwest. And about a year ago, I moved to Los Angeles, which is on the other side of the country. And it was the first time in my life where I was away from home, away from my family,
Mm-hmm.
away from my friends. And, maybe listeners might be able to relate. When you go to university or you leave home for the first time, it's really hard because I didn't properly go to university. When I was there, like I got my 2-year degree, but it was during COVID, so it was online. And then I started doing music full time while I was in school. So it's just this weird time. So I was never on my own. And so a year ago when I
Mm-hmm.
moved, the first 2 or 3 months were very, very difficult, to be honest. And I just felt quite alone. And the move was good, but I felt quite alone. And I really missed my home and my family. And I guess I was just trying to figure out who I was as a person apart from my upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
And so Lost is honestly pretty self-explanatory. And if someone were to listen to the lyrics or read the lyrics, like that's just honestly how I felt. I felt kind of lost. I didn't really know who I was when I moved to LA because I didn't have my home or family or friends to lean back on. So I was just kind of feeling lost. And so one night I was in my bedroom and at the piano, I kind of just wrote this song, and I really love it. And that's like it's just really special to me because it is such a personal song. And I hope if people can relate in any way, I hope that they can find some comfort in the song.
For sure. I feel like a lot of people could definitely relate to loss. I mean, we've all felt lost at least once in our life. I feel like, it's very normal too, especially at that age, like you're kind of like an adult, but also not really. At the same time, you're
Yes.
kind of like young. That like people expect you to be more responsible, but you're also really young. So it's kind of like a weird period, right? So I feel like a lot of people can definitely relate to that. And I love that you said that, at that point in your life, you didn't really know who you were at that point in your life. But now that you're looking back at it, would you say that you have a better grip on who you are as a person and maybe also as an artist?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I like
Hmm.
I hold the philosophy. I think it's the lows and the valleys and the hardships in life. Those are the times where you really grow as a person. It's really hard to learn about yourself and grow when everything's going well and you don't have any challenges. But it's when you're feeling alone. It's when you're just faced with an obstacle. That's the time where you grow and you learn about yourself at the least. So yeah, totally. I think it just took me a few months to get settled into LA and just moving anywhere, people I'm sure can relate. It just takes some time. But yeah, after 3 or 4 months, I felt like I was really settled in. I felt like, I kind of belonged there, and I made some friends, which is obviously very helpful when you move somewhere new. So yeah, looking back on it now, like I feel like I have a much better perspective of myself, and I feel like I've grown a ton. And now I realize, it was good. It was good that I went through a hardship. It was good that I went through a very lonely season, because I think I'm better off now for it.
For sure. And I think like we don't understand that, when we're going through it at the moment, we like doesn't make sense to any of us. But in the future, when we look back at it, it's like, okay, now I understand why those things had to happen, and now I'm better in a better place. So that's really cool hearing from you. Hey, and obviously a very personal but also very relatable experience for a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of people have felt this way. So do you have like any kind of advice for people who do feel lost like in their life right now, or have that feeling pop up in their head every now and then?
Yeah, totally. I mean,
Mhm.
I think for me, a lot of it is about perspective. So, for example, and through like prayer and meditating, I think that's really helpful too. Like, but I think it's your perspective, because I think as humans, we isolate ourselves, and when we're going through a hardship, our perspective just narrows in, and it gets so small, and all we can think about is this problem, and so it causes us a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety or depression. And I think it's easier said than done, but I think if you're able to just take a step back, take a breath, and just try to reframe your perspective, just have a bigger perspective of, what, in the grand scheme of life, this trial that I'm going through maybe isn't as big of a deal. This will pass. Like tomorrow will come, like today will go. And I think having that perspective is helpful. Because like I said, as humans, we like to isolate ourselves. We think we're the only ones going through things. And so with that said, I think it's really important to have people in your life, to just have good people in your life that you can be honest with and be open. Because sometimes all it takes is one person saying, hey, I went through that too. Like, it's okay. Like it'll get better. Or it's hearing one song and being like, hearing the lyrics and having them cut to your heart and being like, wow, like that person went through that. Like, I guess I'm not the only one who went through this, and they made it through. So maybe I will make it through too, So I think it's who you surround yourself with. Prayer, I think having a bigger perspective, is helpful for me when I do get stressed. I just try to have a bigger perspective, and it helps. Like for me, it really, really helps.
Yeah, and now we have lost to kind of give us that kind of comforting feeling too. That, when we feel lost, we understand that we're not alone when we listen to the track. So thank you so much, Hayden, for that, being able to comfort people with your music and share it with everybody, which is why we're so excited that you're going to be having your acoustic session, which is cleverly named Hate in the Clouds, Manila. Shout out to the team who thought of this. Shout out
I
to you Music,
know.
of course, for Hate in the Clouds, Manila.
Great idea.
Great pun. We see what you did there, but I'm sure everybody's so excited too to be able to, hear the music and feel the music too. By the way, Filipinos love to sing and karaoke in general, so I'm gonna hype it up for you. The acoustic session is gonna be amazing. But what can everybody expect from tomorrow's event?
I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to it. So there is, if you go on Universal Music Philippines socials, I think there's like a registration link. And so from the people who register, it is a smaller event, but from them, they're selecting people. And so if anyone wants to go, like that's your best chance at going is to register. But I think I'm just excited. Like there's something magical about hearing music live, and especially this type of music. I'm excited just to perform and for people, to feel it. And I'm excited to meet the people afterwards. That's what we've been doing. It's just, saying hi, taking pictures, all of that. So I'm really excited to see people afterwards. I'm just really excited. Again, I've felt so much love for Philippines ever since I've been in America. That's the country everyone's like, you need, I get all these messages. You need to come to the Philippines. You need to come to the Philippines. Like, love your music. I see why now, so I'm really excited to perform tomorrow.
Yay, I'm so excited for you. I swear. I'm like hyped for you. Even though like, like intimate shows are like one of the best things ever. I personally love intimate shows too because it just feels like, a lot of love. It's like celebration of music and all of that. So congratulations to everybody who got chosen, of course, to go to Hate in the Clouds. I'm still not over the name. Hate in the Clouds Manila, which is happening tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So you guys can, check that out too. But thanks so much, Hayden, for hanging out with us. Before I let you go, do you have a message to everybody who's tuning in right now?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me. And definitely, I want to make sure that you're at the show. So reach out and we will definitely make that happen. But I would just say to all my Filipino fans, I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to my music. Like I said, it's easy to isolate ourselves, but you're not alone in what you go through. And I promise that I will keep making music that is just real and honest, and hopefully people can find some comfort in it. And then also exciting, a lot of new music will come out, and then the plan is early next year to come back to do like a proper tour and some proper shows, especially in the Philippines. So if they don't get a chance to see me tomorrow, I will be back so soon. So just keep track with my socials, and you will definitely see. I'll be back soon, and hopefully I will see you in person.
Yes, you guys, I believe him because the last time we talked, he said November, but he came in October. So I think it's gonna happen very, very soon. He's gonna come back. Yes, exactly. But till then, let's enjoy all of Hate's music online. It's available on your favorite digital streaming platforms. And of course, Hate in the Clouds Manila happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. So thank you so much, Hate, for joining us once again here on Mix today. Yay! And thank you as well to everybody. Thank you as well to everybody who tuned into this exclusive interview. Once again, this has been Sam with Two M's and Hate. Thank you, everybody.